Chapter 10. Can one unite the body and the spirit as one and embrace the oneness without departing the great Tao? Alright, so they are beginning this chapter with asking us some questions. But I think that they are not expecting us to give any answers. I think they are just trying to make us think on all kinds of things through these questions that are obviously rhetorical. It's not like they want us to answer it. So, can one unite the body with the spirit? Right? We talked in an earlier chapter in this idea of us being here in body and this other spirit that we might have. So, can one unite the body and the spirit as one? Right? So can this spirit and body be united as one and embrace the oneness? Alright, the oneness is basically this concept of everything being one, and it could also be the dimension in itself. They are basically asking us, can we go in higher dimension to the dimension of oneness, to a higher vibration, without departing the great Tao? Alright, can we do any of that without the Tao? I mean, they are basically telling us that in order to achieve this point, we must follow the path, and we require the Tao in order to do that. So again, does it mean that they basically believe that the Tao, this particular teaching, is the one and only teaching? Obviously not. It shouldn't be interpreted that way. I think that the Great Tao is not this specific book. I think it's the Great Tao, the one, being one with the Tao. That's what they are talking about. Not particularly this specific path that this particular book is trying to tell us, but the concept of going higher in dimension and being one with the Tao. Can one achieve harmony with such gentleness by holding on to the true spirit within as if the innocence of an infant? Alright, this is a pretty confusing sentence and a very long one. They talk about the innocence of an infant, right? And they ask us a question: can one achieve harmony with this gentleness? Alright, can one achieve harmony with gentleness? That's the question. By, alright, now the way to do it, to be in harmony with gentleness, alright, holding on to the true spirit within. Alright, so we need to hold on to the true spirit within. This is the way to achieve harmony with gentleness, with such gentleness, not just gentleness in general, but this high level of gentleness that is being one with the Tao. That's what they're talking about. So if you wish again to reach this high level of being one with the Tao, earlier they called it embracing the oneness, they're talking about the same thing. If you wish to be there, then you need to have the innocence of a child. And I think that's a very important question that one needs to ask himself. Do I believe that I can reach whatever high level it is they're talking about without putting any too much powerful effect on reality from my own desires? Like the innocence of a child, it basically means without desires, without all these grown-up ideas, just being innocent and accepting reality as it is, without putting too much self into it, too much ego into it, just experiencing reality. That's basically the innocence of an infant. And can it be done with that? This sort of thing, can this be the way? Could this be the path to reaching high level consciousness? Just being like innocent like a child? And I think obviously the answer should be yes, but they are not asking us the question necessarily. They just want us to think about something. All right, again, I think these questions are yes, right? Yes, you can unite the body and spirit and all of that. Can one free oneself from worldly knowledge and cleanse one's mind so that no faults should be made? Can it even be possible that you can cleanse your mind from all the 3D nonsense that was put into it throughout your activities here on earth? Can it even be possible for you to free yourself from this worldly knowledge and cleanse your mind so that no fault should be made? And even if you do that, would there be no faults? I mean, all these teachings that you are taught on earth, aren't they valuable that you should keep some of them? For example, all these things that enable your desires and all of that. Maybe you can, lose all this 3D knowledge and choose instead the wisdom of the sages, perhaps. Can a ruler love his people by governing with the natural way without personal intention? So again, they are talking about the natural way. They are talking about government. Again, this is not the first time. And it's the same things. If you wish to be a governor of the Tao, to lead in the way that the Tao teaches us to lead, and still be in high consciousness. So let the natural way be. Don't be too much of a affecting force in the natural paths of people. All right, don't affect them too much because that's the way of the Tao. And don't put your personal intention, don't put your desires, your 3D desires into it. That's the way to become a great leader. Can the mystic gate to all life essence be opened or closed without the virtue of the mysterious nature? All right, so can the mystic, this is us guys, this is me at least, can the mystic gate to all life essence be opened or closed? All right, so can the mystic gate, right, this gate to all life essence be opened or closed without the virtue of the mysterious nature? What is this virtue of the mysterious nature? What is it? And can it be opened or closed without it? All right, so they are giving us some interesting ideas for mystics. Basically, if you are a mystic, it means that you are a person that reads a lot of mystic material, and material that is opening the door to all kinds of things that, is it even necessary to go down certain roads without is it really necessary to do some things that you might do in order to reach all kinds of effects? Is it even necessary in order to open the gate to all life essence? All right, they're basically telling you there is another way that you can not open the door to all kinds of craziness and still reach this high level of being one with the life essence and being able to manipulate it even, but don't go the path of darkness. That's all I'm trying to say. Can one gain the insight of nature and become a wise person without the effort of action? They're basically telling us this is a word for the scientists. You can learn everything about, the earth without ruining it, without affecting it too much. Again, they keep again with this theme of not affecting reality too much, but just observing observation and self-observations are an important aspects and themes in those types of teachings in the Tao. So the mysterious nature creates and nurtures all things without the desire to possess them. Again, this nature, this mysterious nature, creates and nurtures all things without the desire to possess them. Think about it, just like water. It performs with all efforts without claiming for credit. Again, they already talked about it before. All efforts are being done without claiming credit for anything, just like water. It flourishes all beings without the intention to take control of, right? That's for the leaders, that's for everyone. Such is the mystic tea or mystic virtue. Alright, so basically they are giving us this new term, this mystic virtue, this mysterious nature, this thing that is a bit mysterious, but this is the creating force, this powerful thing that perhaps governing our reality. It's a very mysterious thing, and it acts just in the way of the master, in the way of the Tao. So they are giving us little hints about that as well.